Howdy and hello, I am Seattle's one and only Glamazon goddess and queen of the pigs, IsabellaExtynn, and welcome to another episode of The Race is On. Welcome on back for a very special edition of The Race is On. This week was the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Secret Celebrity, and today to help me review this episode, I have my first drag king of the series. I'm so excited. You can see him at Mimosa's Cabaret when we're not in lockdown. Please welcome the Valiant Vincent Milay!
Oh, yay! Hi. Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for being here, giving me some good old 70s porn today.
Yeah.
I see you.
I'm inspired.
Tom Selleck moment here.
Oh, I know.
Right.
Yeah, underneath here is just a mountain carpet of hair. Just hair everywhere.
Yep. Well, how are you? How have you been?
Good. For the most part.
Yeah.
Eating my greens.
You've had some shows that you've been doing while in quarantine. You've done some live shows on Instagram, I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
You also were part of the Our Place live show on Friday. Your number was great. Did you enjoy that show?
It was good. Yeah, I'm really liking all of the video shows that I'm seeing of people.
Yeah, it's fun to see all the different ways that people are interpreting the digital drag performances. It's nice to see the different ideas and the different aesthetics come through, because we're all getting to really showcase our full aesthetic with it.
Right.
Because you're setting the entire scene versus in a club, you're setting what you can do, and then there's a whole scene of the club around you.
It is kind of nice, though, where, in the morning, I'll just see a bunch of little Venmo tips. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much for all of the love through Venmo. If you want to support more content on this channel, feel free to donate to my Venmo or my CashApp. It is greatly appreciated, and every little bit goes a really long ways to help. So thank you so much. Are you working on anything for this week's Lashes Living Room edition?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun creating some new, digital medium. I feel like we're all gaining a lot of skills during this time in quarantine.
Yeah, we're all going to come out knowing how to make full-length feature films, I think, on a budget at the end of this.
Yeah. For all of our viewers out there, I want to make sure you go and follow Vincent Milay. You can follow him on Facebook, Vincent Milay, or you can follow him on Instagram at Vincent Milay, and you can tip him on Venmo at VinMilay.
Make it easy.
It's the very first episode of Secret Celebrity, the reboot of Drag You. I've seen a lot of people complaining online about different aspects of it, about it, not being big enough celebrities and stuff like that, and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you expect?
Yeah, I don't know who they thought was going to come out. Did they really think that, John Cena was going to come out and, try to do drag?
We first introduced the queens that are on this particular episode. I was really excited to see these three queens. It was Bob the Drag Queen, Monet, and Trixie Mattel. I was super excited to see them. I love all three of them.
I was pumped. I was like, ooh, I don't care who Trixie picks, because I didn't know what was happening. So I was like, Team Trixie all the way, because, I stan.
I'm super big fans of all three of these queens.
So amazing. They're so good. Yeah.
They were so funny, too. Their banter right at the top of the episode with each other.
They're just we're just get to hang out and put people in drag. This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even have to do the hard part of putting people in drag.
Oh,
other people did that. When Bob was talking about drag and was like, drag is the last real underground profession because even clowns have college. I lost it on that. I was like, you're right. So anyways, next we introduce the celebrities in the episode. They come walking into the workroom, and we get our first look at who's getting a makeover. So here's the thing that I wanted to say about all three of these contestants. A lot of people have been posting online about how it's not celebrities, and I guess the drag queens are the celebrities, and these aren't real celebrities, all this stuff. And it's kind of annoying me because, in my opinion, if you don't know who these people are, then you're probably not keeping up with modern pop culture, and you might be a little too old for the target audience. And the first one in is Nico Tortorella. He is from a TV show called Younger. The next one, Jordan Connor, he's an actor on Riverdale, which is a super popular show. It's like a very mainstream TV show. Jermaine has the smallest amount of celebrity of the three of them, but he's like a really up-and-coming comedian and comedy actor. I believe he has a Netflix special coming out too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I was like, I don't know who some of these people are, but cool, you know. And it's for charity anyway. Like, everybody's
I know.
It's a beautiful way of including everybody in it. You know what I mean? And so I think that's what was like really beautiful about this episode.
And it doesn't hurt anybody, you know, like.
Right.
I mean, it's painful, but it doesn't have lasting effects.
Right. Yeah. The mental scarring is so much lower than conversion therapy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
absolutely. In this episode, they wanted to have them do everything. It was like.
It was awesome.
Every possible storyline, every possible chat. They straight up went into this and they were like, quick drag, mini challenge, club, another club, another club, airplane, main challenge, heartfelt story, club, another club.
Crying.
Dead lesbian mom, club.
Bus, club. Another club, plane, next place, no sleep, another club.
Oh, and I love watching a straight guy sob. It feels good. It just.
To start off with the mini challenge, they make them get into quick drag, but their quick drag only requires them to put on pads, a breastplate, a bra, and foundation. Oh, and a wig cap. They got to put on a wig cap.
Wig cap. 3, if you want.
Getting into quick drag wasn't the mini challenge. That was just the precursor to the mini challenge.
Foreplay.
Because then, they were tickling the balls with the getting into quick drag, and now they're getting to the shaft.
Yeah.
So the mini challenge was the race to the gig, and they gave them race cars.
From Tristan Mattel's own personal collection, I feel.
They had to go through an obstacle course where they picked up a dress, heels, a wig, and lashes before getting to the gig and having to perform. My favorite part of this whole mini challenge was Jermaine and those titties.
Green dress. It was like, I got something with a zipper. Good luck.
Yeah. He puts it on backwards and the titties are just falling out of it the whole time. I was losing it.
I love seeing guys' first impersonation of girls because it's always like, yeah. It's always the drunk girl in the club. It's always drunk girl in the club. And then once they feel like they can go past drunk girl in the club, it then becomes Glamazon. Then it becomes this, right? It goes from down mess to I'm a goddess. You know,
they're shaking their mane back like a horse.
Just.
And Jordan, had a little Vogue moment there.
I'm so into voguing right now. I'm so into voguing right now.
All right. But the mini challenge was really funny. It was super lighthearted. I really enjoy the presence of the queens there, like throwing out jokes and making that banter. I'm looking forward to seeing how the other queens on future episodes do that.
Yeah.
Jordan wins it, and he gets to match up the queens with the contestants as his prize. So he matches himself with Trixie Mattel first, and then he matches Nico with Monet and Jermaine with Bob.
I wonder how it would have been different had they.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like I said, Jordan chooses Trixie as his queen, and they sit down. They pick out his drag name, which is Babykins LaRue. Something super original,
So original, but it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
And the charity that Babykins LaRue was playing the game for was Cystic Fibrosis Canada. If you'd like to donate to Cystic Fibrosis Canada, go ahead and click the link right there. They could really use your support. His fiance's father passed away from complications due to cystic fibrosis. So it was a really near and dear charity. So that was a sweet moment. That was the thing about this episode. They were tugging on any heartstring they could. They were like, oh, you got a fiance with a dead dad? Okay, cool. We're going to talk about that. Oh, you also got gay siblings. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. So then Nico was with Monet, which was the queen he wanted to be with, and they chose the name Olividiju. It was not a very good drag name.
She came out like Jan. Okay, that girl,
oh, yeah, she was
came
doing
out
it
like
all.
Jan.
She's like,
we're on Drag Race!
I'm non-binary and I'm on Drag Race. This is amazing!
Yeah. They kind of gave Nico the opportunity to do some education about people who are non-binary, and they did that cutaway to Monet fully explaining what non-binary means. That's nice because there's people in Middle America who have no idea and are very confused about the entire idea of people being non-binary.
Yeah. I feel like Middle America barely understands binary trans. But
yeah.
You know what? Any little bit is a win for all of us, so we're going to take it. We're going to take it.
Yeah, and maybe this is the step to lead to having trans contestants on the regular Drag Race show.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Drag Race is not about who can look the most like a woman. Drag Race is about who can entertain the best in drag. Like, that's what keeps drag interesting, is that everybody's so different. Everybody's doing something different. Everybody has a different perspective to present. And when it comes down to it, our gender identities and our genitals don't matter.
Yeah. They only matter if you're tucking or putting things in or...
Yeah.
That's it. But it's personal. It's for you.
Yeah. Olivet's charity was the Transgender Law Center. So if you'd like to donate to the Transgendered Law Center, go ahead and hit that link and give them some money. Help them out. They need it. So Jermaine was with Bob, and they were funny together.
Oh my God.
They were hilarious together.
So good.
Storyline, his drag name was Miss Mimi Teapot. Mimi was his mom's nickname, and Teapot is his daughter's nickname. So it was like a whole 3-generational family storyline through drag.
Through one body.
The heartstrings, they're being tugged at. I tell you what.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, got it.
Wait, why are your heartstrings playing dueling banjos?
Because that's how they feel inside, okay?
Her charity was RAIN, which is a sexual assault hotline and crisis center. So that's super important. If you'd like to donate to RAIN, they could also use your help. Go ahead and click the link there. Alright, so in this episode, they were playing Snatch Game, which is the most difficult challenge in Drag Race, and they were like, oh, you're all professional actors and comedians, here you go, show us. If they were on a regular season of Drag Race, would definitely be safe. If you compare them to the people who have won in the past, they were stronger.
Yeah, because I wasn't getting a lot of, Chrissy Teigen necessarily.
Yeah. There was little moments where she peeked through.
Right.
I thought it was funny and cute, and there were little moments of Chrissy Teigen, but it just wasn't enough Chrissy Teigen to fully sell it to me. And she did not look like Chrissy Teigen.
No,
either.
Okay. I thought I was having a stroke.
The hair was wrong, the makeup was wrong. Why were the boobs a different color than the face?
The budget? I don't know. But yeah, it was weird.
What budget? It's Drag Race.
How did Jermaine say
Kevina Hart.
Kevina Hart. When at first she was like, I'm going to do that, I was like, don't do that. That's not funny. Don't do that.
It was funny because it's a way to make fun of Kevin Hart. You're like, it was kind of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only part that he really, sold it for me on was when he pulled out the lipstick and did the Dela thing. That was funny. I was like, did your research. Did your research.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also felt that the commitment all the way through was there. Even if the jokes didn't land all the time,
Yeah.
Okay, like she brought me around to it.
Nico did Lucy. Nico, you got some splaining to do. It wasn't
I wanted
great,
more.
honestly. I felt like he got too caught up in only trying to do like the Lucy mannerisms, like sinking down the chair and the face and stuff, that he wasn't putting enough thought into what the actual joke was.
Right, because there was no interaction. There was not, and that's what I feel that Jordan and stuff kind of edged out on, was that like banter continuing on with you and kind of using your character, even if the character was kind of wrong.
Bob being on the Snatch Game panel cracked me up too. When that question about the View hosts bickering, and he was like, "I just wrote bicker, please." So next we moved on to the runway, and their runway theme was narcissism forever. Looks inspired by RuPaul. So Babykins, she was in the Supermodel of the World look from the VH1 Awards. It's a Bob Mackie, the original one, and it is one of the most flawless costumes ever made. The one that she was in was a dollar store version of it.
I'll say that this is very representative of first time in drag. You think you look like that picture, but you don't.
Her makeup was done by Layla McQueen. The queens that were the mentors didn't actually do the makeup on this episode.
I wondered about that. Did they? I don't think that they told us who did the makeup.
It was in the credits,
right?
I mean, it's on the credits for the episode. The next one down the runway was Miss Mimi Teapots, and she was in the season 9 promo look, cheap ass version of it, but she looked good.
No potatoes. She looked like leftover potatoes, like when they try to make something out of the aluminum foil.
There's some leftovers wrapped up in tinfoil there. She was the swan, And Mayhem Miller did her makeup. And the last one was Olivet Issue. And she was in the Supermodel of the World music video look. A cheap version of it. But that hair that she had on was stunning. I'm pretty sure that's Wigs and Grace that did that.
Like literally gasped for air when she walked out. We were like, "Wow, just blended."
Do you want to know who did her makeup?
She looked. Yeah,
Chanel
who did her makeup?
from season 1. Yeah, Brian Watkins. Yeah,
she looked so.
Yeah, she looked
good.
absolutely stunning. The face was snatched. The hair was perfect. I want that wig in my life. I also love that she left her hairy chest and didn't tuck and didn't pad and brought like that aspect of drag, because I was a little turned on by it, honestly. And then they went for like to prepare for the lip sync, and guess what? Another little heartstring story. We're gonna have family visits now, and they all cried again because that's what we do on Drag Race.
Yeah, it's just catchphrases and crying. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yep. I mean, that's the future. That's 2020 for you. Dragon 2020, catchphrases and crying. Yeah. They had to lip sync as 3-way little lip sync to Express Yourself by Madonna. Halfway through, Miss Mimi Teapots was over it. She just like turned, she's looking at the other two like, "Oh, I guess I gotta keep going. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, man."
She just pulls a Charlie.
Yeah, that was kind of what it was. And then Babykins LaRue was giving it everything.
I'm telling you, she needed this moment.
But she even took a little inspiration from Sasha Velour, and she reached between her legs and pulled that rose out from her vagina.
I gagged. I was like, "Where the fuck did that come from?"
She had it tucked up her dress, just whoosh, right out her vagina.
Yeah. It was great.
I loved it.
Was like, and for my next trick.
Yeah. And then Olivet was just very, very sexual.
It was a mating ritual. We watched the drag mating ritual of the balls. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Like, I could David Attenborough that entire episode, and that's that moment.
And the winner of the lip sync and the episode is Babykins LaRue. Jordan Connor takes the win, gets $30,000 for Cystic Fibrosis Canada. And in a surprise twist at the end, WOW Presents, VH1, RuPaul's Drag Race, and all of their sponsors also donated $10,000 to the Transgendered Law Center and $10,000 to RAINN. So that's nice that they're donating to all three charities, getting some money out there to help people out, especially now that this is airing in a major time of need for a lot of people.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I loved that. Yeah. I was like, that was great. That was the right thing to do. That's exactly what you should do. And if people are going to give shit about this episode, it's like, hey, y'all keep saying put money where your mouth is, Rue. Put your money where your mouth is. So we did. Yeah. I grapple with Rue in the show sometimes because I have 2 points of thought. The first point of thought is it's her show. Then the trans part of me is like, come on. Yeah. No. But it's hard. It's hard for me. But at the same time, she's still helping the community.
Like, I have my pros and my cons about this show. I mean, I like the show. It's my favorite TV show. Does that mean that it doesn't have its problems? No. It has big problems. It's a big problem that they are exclusionary to trans people. That's ridiculous to me. There are major problems associated with this show. There's also major progress gained by this show.
You know, Trixie, her moments, having those moments of like, wow, being around straight cis men frightens me to my core. And I got to have this beautiful, tangible moment with this good, straight, cis guy. Yeah. Like, that's great. That's awesome. Like,
that's a really a great moment to have and to get the opportunity to have, because there's a lot of us in the queer community that do have a deep-seated fear of straight cis men because of the experiences we've had with them in our past.
I mean, I guess my thing is, like, I'm a drag king, right? Mm-hmm. There's no way in hell I'm going to be on Drag Race, even if they let transgender, people on.
I do think that Drag Race eventually will open up to drag kings, especially if we keep talking about it. So I think the first step is opening it to femme-presenting entertainers. The next step is AFAB, femme-presenting entertainers. And then the step after that is drag king. Unfortunately, it's that many steps to get to drag king because of how drag kings are treated within our community, which is another thing that we need to really work on and fight on the local level to get drag kings the recognition that they deserve within our own personal communities before we can really get drag kings the recognitions that they deserve on a national platform. So at the end of the episode, when Trixie was crowning Babykins, my favorite thing was her line there, and she was like, "Congrats, you've been a drag queen for one day, and you already won Drag Race." Ooh.
I thought it was fun and stupid and for a good cause, and if anybody's taking other things from it that aren't like happy, good, fuzzy feelings, they might need to like reevaluate themselves a little bit.
Well, that's the thing for me is it honestly just made me feel good about drag.
Yeah,
it just celebrated drag in a unique way that made me be like, oh yeah, sometimes I take for granted those feelings that come from drag. Well, now we have made it to our episode wrap-up. It is time for the gift, the gag, and the goop. Now, the gift is your favorite part of the episode. The gag is the most shocking part of the episode. And the goop is the shadiest part of the episode. So what was your gift from this episode?
I think my gift was probably like Trixie's, little like happiness moment of just loving that community.
The experience there. The gift for me was the banter between Bob Monet and Trixie and the jokes that they were able to throw back and forth at each other and just how well they work together. And I mean, they're comedy powerhouses, so it just made for a really funny episode. What was your gag for the episode? The most shocking part?
I guess my one shock was like, holy, they have to do all this stuff in one episode?
Yeah. My gag for the episode. It wasn't like a super shocking episode. I just found it kind of funny. They had all of the classic storylines shoved into one episode. They had dead mom, they had doing it for your daughter, they had gay siblings, they had gay mom, they had queer, non-binary coming out story, they had friendship, they had all of it. What was your goop for the episode? Your shadiest moment?
Pretty much everything that Bob said ever was all just so shady, but so fun. Yeah.
My goop of the episode were those cheap-ass versions of RuPaul's costumes. That was shit. They got money. They could put them in some nice costumes. They put them in some $20 cross-dress for less right there. Make sure you are following all of Vincent's social media accounts at Vincent Milay on all social medias. If you're enjoying what he's putting out there, go ahead and send him a tip on Venmo at VinMilay. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, Vincent. It's been really fun to chat about this episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It felt like we were back at, Mimosas, just, chilling before the show.
Right? I can't wait to see you back at Mimosas. Make sure once bars are open again that you get your tickets to come see us at Mimosas Cabaret every Sunday at the Unicorn on Capitol Hill. We can't wait to be back entertaining for y'all again. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure chatting about this weird episode, and I look forward to the next 3. And I'll see you later. If you're enjoying the content I'm putting out here, feel free to send me a tip to my Venmo or my CashApp. It's greatly appreciated. Make sure to hit that red subscribe button and go ahead and ding that bell to get notifications on everything happening on this YouTube channel. Make sure to follow all my social media accounts at IsabellaExtynn and come on back next week when I have an all-new guest to discuss episode 2 of Secret Celebrity Drag Race. Come on back now, you hear?